It's I, the crying gamer. It's we, the crying gamers. Let's get it in. I welcome you to the show. This is a review of The Division. Let's get right on into it. Oh my. I think I done said everything right there. But anyway, we got to finish the review. All right, we're going to start with graphics because everybody is, first sight love. You fall, what draws you to something? Like, you see a beautiful girl, that's what draws you in. The Division is beautiful. It is a beautiful game. It's not the best graphical game that we've seen. It's not going to blow your socks off, but what's going to blow your socks off is the detail. The amount of painstaking detail that Ubisoft has put into this game. I mean, it is amazing when you go to some places and you just stop playing. Bullets flying all by your head, but you don't care about the bullets. You're sitting there, you're looking at the buildings, you're looking at the cars, the debris, the particles flying around, the people, how they interact, and somebody's getting smashed over their head. One person's getting a shovel. I mean, because this is anarchy going on in the streets. You know what I mean? The sound effects. You're hearing people talk while you're just walking down the street. So even when you're walking down the street with yourself, I Am Legend, you know what I mean? Just walking there with yourself, or you got your crew. You're just walking and you feel immersed. You feel like you are there. They did a good job of using the graphics and the detail to immerse you in the experience of what they call The Division, or what you say, New York City. They did a good job of just, oh my God. Listen, I'm sure they had to cut shortcuts. They could have made the graphics better, but to get the game running as smooth as it does on the PS4, man, hats off to Ubisoft for that. Good job in that department. You found the perfect balance for the game to keep it running smooth and to keep it and giving us eye candy at the same time. Let's move to the sound. The sound gets the job done. I think the guns could have hit a little bit harder, but you figure as much bullets, bullets are flying around. These guys are bullet sponges. They take about 100 rounds. You shooting up like 10 minutes. Oh shit. So you don't want to blow your eardrums out. So I think they toned down the sound a little bit, but it still is effective. You still feel it. So on a scale from 1 to 10 for sound, I would give it about a 7.5 in that area. Now we're getting into the story. I'm not going to give you any spoilers. I'm not going to ruin it. But pretty much what it's about is just, a virus, was put on a certain item. It is spread throughout the country, and New York was just hit the hardest out of the country. So a group, a subdivision comes in. They're going to claim, known as The Division, going to get to the bottom of it and restore order, restore this the situation that's going on, to fix it. That's all I'm going to tell you. How do they tell a story with the presentation? There's a few cutscenes here and there. I wish there were, I think, 5 or 6 cutscenes, I believe. Don't hold me to that. But I think they could have did a better job of implementing the cinematics into the story. But because it left me wanting, the cinematics that I saw, it left me wanting more cinematics. But I'm sure in the DLC there's going to be a lot more cinematics. What else we got? The gameplay. The gameplay is hectic. I haven't had any hiccups. Well, I'm lying. I fell through the map, got stuck in the map a couple times while playing, but not much. Since the launch of the game, I personally have not had any major issues with the game. Connectivity, connecting with people, nothing like that. Occasionally the sound cuts out of the game while playing a raid, which is really shitty sometimes. You're maybe 40 minutes into a raid, or a challenge mode, what they call it, and the sound is totally cut out. That is annoying, but that happens here and there. So Ubisoft, I'm just letting you know about that so you can check into that. But other than that, the gameplay is smooth. It's just so enjoyable. So enjoyable. It is one of the most addictive games that I have played in a long time. You do not want to stop playing. It does not get boring. Unlike its counterpart, Destiny, where it's after a while it's like, whatever. You just get the same damn piece of armor that everybody else has. But this game, you're doing the same thing in different parts of the city, different boroughs of the city. But for some reason, it always plays out differently. It plays out differently when you have a different crew running with you. If you're doing it solo, I mean, it's tense. It literally feels like that movie, I Am Legend, when you're solo in that game. You feel alone. Like, I mean, you're on edge. What can I say? What else can I say about it? The cover system, awesome. One of the best cover systems that I've experienced since Gears of War. This is the best cover system, honestly, right now. Once you get used to the buttons, because sometimes I'm hitting the circle button, I'm jumping over an object when I meant to crouch. But once you get that memorized, you're good to go. And you'll be going to cover, jumping over cover, like it's nothing, like second nature. Now that's just one part of the game that I'm talking about. That's just when I'm gonna call it the light level. That's the light zone. Tons of stuff to do, tons of activities to do. One thing, you can't immerse. I don't like the fact that you can't, you can talk to the civilians, but I mean, if you want to smack them across the head or something, you can't really interact with them that way. I guess for whatever reasons they didn't want to add that in the game, but other than that, I mean, it is awesome. It is awesome work. Awesome work. But let's get into the dark zone. The dark zone. Oh my God. When you come out of what I like to call the light zone, and you knock on that door, the dark zone is what you call is the contaminated area where you gotta put your filter mask on. And you go in there and you open the door your first time in the dark zone, it opens up and you see sometimes you see wow, amazing transition. You see the particle, you see the snow, and you just walking around, you feel in danger. Literally, you feel in danger. And not only the dark zone, it's a multiplayer part of the game. And the whole game is a multiplayer game, but this part focuses on the PvP aspect and the PvE aspect of the game. So not only are you fighting the computer AI, but you're also fighting humans at the same time. Everybody's trying to extract materials, get items to build their guns, to build their armor. You know what I'm saying? So it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. I mean, sometimes people will turn on you. You got to have a group. You got to defend. You got to extract the goods. In order to get the goods, you have to extract them in a chopper. I mean, awesome. I mean, this game is awesome. It is awesome. That mode is a mode in and of itself. You can forget about the light zone. You can go right to the dark zone and just play that if you wanted to. I mean, it is nice. I mean, I have put a lot of hours into this, so as you can tell my excitement, I am not bored with this game yet. I'm one of the ones that I doubted this game when it first came with the beta. My people were telling me, listen, it's going to be good. I'm like, nah, I wasn't really feeling the beta. And gradually, I felt the last beta. Now, with the final release, I'm like, oh man, they nailed it. They nailed it. They knocked Destiny right off of the, well, Destiny didn't have a story, didn't have anything anyway. Destiny just had good gameplay, but this is not about the Destiny. This is the new. This is the new right here. This is setting the standard and the bar right here for this type of game. It's a loot and shoot game. So these guys are bullet sponges. They're going to take a lot of shots. But it's fun. It makes it fun. It's not supposed to be a quote-unquote a realistic shooter. So don't come into this thinking it's a realistic shooter. But the guns do have, but they did nail it. The guns have good recoil. So it's not easy, to land headshots. You can fix your gun up, stabilize it a little more. You know what? Customization. Let's go right into that. Since we're talking about guns and stuff. Customizations of your weapons. Awesome. You can mod everything in this game. You can change the colors once you get the spray paints to do so. You can everything is affected. You can change one little thing. You can have like 2,000 DPS on something, or 31,000 DPS. You can put it you can change your holster, and it'll drop the DPS all the way down to like 14. So it's a balancing act on what kind of character do you want. You want one high in stamina, high in armor. You know what I mean? You want one high in skills. He's a tech dude. That's the build I prefer, is the tech dude. So my health is pretty low right now. So if a bullet goes by my head, I'm falling out. I'm dead. That's it. But that's why I got my dudes with me and girls with me with the heavy armor. So I'm just sitting back, you know, with my tech, using my tech on the enemy while being protected on the front line. So I mean, this game is very strategic. It's not, you're not just gonna run around willy-nilly and survive. You gotta, it takes teamwork in this game. They have, I can go on and on, raids. They call it hard mode. I just call it a damn raid. That's what it is. Where you go into these maps and it's hard as hell, but it's fun. It is fun. It's an absolute blast to go in there with your friends. I would recommend you playing this game with friends, but you can definitely have fun if you have it by yourself and you want to just go solo. No problem with that. You can still have fun, but everything is better with more people for the most part. Wow. On and on and on and on. Just whatever. They can add, people are talking about zombies. They can even add that if they wanted to. This game is never ending. It's never ending. So Ubisoft, good job with this game. I hope the DLC brings it to another level. It's just pure, addictive fun. The Division rocks. You know what? I'm not even going to score it. It's either buy it or don't buy it. Buy it. You'll enjoy it if you like loot-based shooters. And I forgot to mention about the clothes, too. The clothes is another aspect that you could just customize. Everybody in the game can look fresh, have their own identity, be unique. It's fresh, man. That's an MMO, and the clothing MMO. The Division clothing line. This game, damn. Buy this game. Buy this game. So I hope that this helped you out. If you were on the fence with this game, because I was, you will not be disappointed with this game. You will not be. Just make sure you have people to play with. So hit that subscribe button. Slap that like button so I can bring you more videos and more reviews more frequently. Have a good day. Peace. Crying Gamer.